Hi everybody, it's Jean-Marie. Today I am going to work on a couple of projects using the August Bargain Bead Box, the Peach Sorbet. I have a little cup full of beads here that are going to be my starting point. So I want to do a 3-strand sort of, but it's not going to be a typical 3-strand. It's going to be very, very short and then continue on. My thought is to do something like this. Kind of, sort of. I'm going to have these little these little bale beads in it. I do need to steal my granddaughter's because I need way more than 4, and that's all we received. She's going to love me. Something along this line. I'm not quite sure yet what I want to hang here. Maybe the links that we got already put together. The mother of pearl links. Actually, I think I might have already used them. Yeah, I did. That's okay. Maybe these. I don't know. I'll figure this part out afterwards. But basically, I just want to hang something like this. And then my center row. And these are going to be very, very tight together. They're not going to have a lot of gapping in them. And I'm thinking on these ones putting these little daisy spacers that match the ones that are on those pre-made links. Something like that. And then the inner row will be this here. So basically just alternating between the mother of shell pearl beads and our little bicones that we received. So that's my thoughts so far. But now at this point, I don't know if I just want to do plain old chain just to keep everything right here focal and, you know, not do the chain, or if I want to bead up my chain to some extent. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but we'll get there. So yeah, I'm going to pause for 1 second and go dig out my granddaughter's bag of beads so I can steal from it, and I'll be right back. Okay, while I was digging in my stash, I found these that I've had. They kind of go along with the box really well, the marquee shape and then the color palette. So I may end up using these at some point. I'm not going to use them in today's project, but I'm going to set them aside because I think I'm going to use them in something here. I have decided I'm going with plain chain, but I'm not using the thin chain that we got in the box. I'm going to use some cable. Yep. What is the name of this chain? I can't remember. Rollo chain. Here we go. And it is just a bulk pack of Rollo chain that I got from Walmart. It's 9.14 milliliters, or 10 yards, I think it was. Anyway, so on to figuring this out. I do need my bead string and wire, and I have some in a gold tone here. We will of course need our clamshells and our crimp beads, and I don't think I need much else at the moment, so we'll dig out Lily's little linkies. If I can find them. Where are they? I know she didn't use them, so I know they're in here somewhere. She prefers to use my stuff. And I did my unboxing. My little flower pieces were broken. Bargain Bead Box sent me out 2 replacements so fast. I mean, they were here before the week was out. But I did wrap this one prior to that, so I will rewrap today using one of the new ones, because this is one of the ones that's broken. You can see the end is broken off this one, and it's sharp right there. So I really don't want to use it, but I was playing with it, using it the other day to kind of get an idea of how this was going to look. So I'm going to set that aside and grab the new one. There we go. That's the new one. That one is my other broken one. Both of mine came broken in the package. But that's okay. Bargain Bead Box was very, very good about replacing them for me. I still have not figured out what I want to do here. I don't think I want these. So let's try those wrapped links. And find them. I know I have them here. I don't believe I used them yet. My desk is such a mess. My kittens are on it, constantly knocking stuff around. Every time I lay something out for an idea, I come back and it's just gone. They have destroyed it. So I've gotten to the point where I have to take pictures of anything I lay out on my desk, especially if I'm going to leave it for any point of time, like, you know, to go to work. So, yeah, I'm not finding those links anywhere. So again, I'm going to steal my granddaughter's. Actually, she may have used them. She may have used them the other day when she was here. I'll just leave her bag dumped out. I'm going to use it all anyway. I can see I'm going to have to buy her a replacement bag. Here they are. Okay. So, I think I would rather have these hanging. Problem is that they've got the loop, and I don't think I want to hang anything from the loop. I'm going to set this one back over here for a minute because I want to see how I like this. Yeah, I definitely like those better than the other bead. I am going to have to rewrap them all onto head pins, however. Oh, excuse me, losing my voice there. So let me get out some ball head pins here. Alright, so all I'm going to do is cut these little links off, which is sad because they did a really good job on these ones. I know we've gotten pre-wrapped things before that honestly were not nice. Were not great. And trimming them off was not hard to do because I really didn't like them. But these ones actually are wrapped really well and they do look good, so I kind of feel bad about it, but I need it to fit what I need it to fit. Alright. So I am going to need to wrap them right directly to my little bail bead here. And if I could find my tools, it would be nice. Oh, they're on the floor, of course. My darling little kittens. Alright, so I bent that over my fingernail to give me a little bit of room to wrap in. I know you can't see it very well because the little spacer beads kind of pushed up some, but I have enough room in there to wrap. So I'm just going to get my pliers in there, go up and over, rotate and around. At this point, I want to slip on my bail bead. Try to snap that into place. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. So I'm going to hang on to this little bail bead for the moment until I get my pliers in there. I'm going to hold that loop that I made just around that bail bead. I'm going to grab my end and wrap a few times here, whatever distance my little bend gave me. It gave me enough for 3, so that's good. Generally I strive for 2 because I don't like a long stem, as I call it. I always refer to it as like a cherry stem. I don't really want a cherry stem. I just want to wrap. But there we go. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Gosh, those kittens are in the other room just terrorizing stuff. So this is what I'm going to do to all 6 of these. And I'll do one more with you, and then I'll just do the rest off screen because I've got a lot to get done. Alright, switch it back over to the ball head pin. I suppose I could have done this with some of the smaller 6mm ones, but I kind of like the 8mm ones up in it. Bend that over. Find my tools. Get into that bend. Up, over, rotate around, straighten everything up, grab another bail bead, and snap that on. Hang on to the loop so that the bail bead is on the inside of my pliers, and wrap. So it's good and tight. Trim that off. I think I picked up the wrong cutters. Those ones out of the way. Just tuck that down a little bit, and there is my second one. So I'll be back. I'm going to finish these up, just doing the exact same thing, and I will be right back with them. Okay, so side note, I found some 8mm mother of pearl beads. So I am going to be using those so I can give my granddaughter hers back. I also found these bail beads in my stash that match the ones we've got. It's just bigger. So I'm going to use that as my center one to hold the flower. That will give me 8 using my granddaughter's to put 4 on each side here. And I found these flower bead caps that match those little teeny tiny ones that we got. So I can use these on my bigger beads. So, yeah, I'm going to go back to wrapping these now. And I will be right back. Okay, so I have all 8 of these, I'm sorry, wrapped now. And I'm going to take the bigger one, and I'm going to take a ball head pin and my flower, and I was going to put one of the smaller little daisy spacers in here, but I ran out. And I had to take out these bigger ones just to add one to the top, because I need something on the top to keep it from my wrapped loop sinking back down through the hole. So I've got that. I've also got a kitten up here. So I'm going to hold that right down there like this, give it a bend, come in with my round nose, up and over, and here he comes again. So same thing, I'm just going to put it through the loop of my bail bead and wire wrap right to it. He is going to be a nuisance because he wants a nap and he likes to be held when he goes to take his nap. He's such a baby. Alright, come on you. It's funny because the sister, Waffles, she's so good. She's not needy like he is. She doesn't cling to me like he does. Crazy the difference between the two of them. 2 and 3. Nice little wraps in there. Trim that right off. You can hear him coming back through, making his loop. Oh, got sidetracked, I guess. Alright, so now I'm going to pull out my bead string and wire. And how much do I think I'm going to need? I'm going to pull off about 8 to 10 inches. I'm definitely not going to need that much. Do my knot on the other end like I always do. And I'm just going to start stringing one of these beautiful beads. I can't even remember what they're called, so that's really ridiculous, but I think they're an agate. No, they're like a peach dyed agate. 2, 3, and oh, it's kind of bland. I'll get a darker one. Oh my gosh. He's going crazy now. And then 4. Put on one more. And my flower. And then go back. Same process. And we are almost there. This would have looked pretty with those moonstone beads too, but I did not choose those. My cat knocked those out. And I want, well, I guess I'll add it to the end. What the heck? Got it out, might as well use it. So this is row number 1. Oh, that's so pretty. And I have these little filigree 3-to-1 connectors. I bought a whole big bag of them. I think I have gold and silver that I bought from Amazon, I believe. And that's what's going to hold my 3 strands together. Again, like I said, they're going to connect. They're going to hang right one on top of the other. There's not going to be that separation with a lot of double strand or triple strand necklaces. So I need to cut off another piece of my bead string and wire. I somehow managed to get it caught in there. Shocking. Alright. I don't know what those kittens are doing. And this would be these with my daisy spacer beads. And again, I wish I had the small ones like we got on those. I actually had a few of my stash, but I ended up using them to wrap those 8mm beads and put them back in Lily's stash. I didn't have that many anyway. I don't think it would have been enough to make it across. And I'm going to alternate between the rhodonite and the spacer bead. Let me see how they look. Oh, that looks alright. It's not too big for it. That's going to look really pretty. Now we've got the dog in the other room scratching, digging. So how has everyone been this summer anyway? It's been such a crazy summer for me. I really have had little time to record, let alone talk to anybody. My summer's gone pretty good. Work has gone good. I do like my job. Don't particularly love the evenings, but I only do 2 evenings a week. I do Friday night and Saturday night to 11, and then I get home about midnight because it's about an hour drive from work. But it hasn't been that bad. I have Sunday and Monday off afterwards to recuperate from that, so that's not so bad. And Tuesday and Wednesday I go in at 7 a.m. to 3, and then Thursday I go in at 8 a.m. to 4. So it really has not been horrible. Do I have one more spacer bead? Oh no, I need one more, and I don't think you know what, I'm gonna check my floor because I'm pretty sure I probably have dropped some. So I did find one more, yay. And I also found a couple of clamshells. You never know what you're gonna find on the floor. This is under the desk. Alright, let's see where we are here. Perfect. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so pretty. Alright, now the next row. Again, cut another piece of bead string and wire. Oh look, there's one right there. After all that. Oh well. Needed to clean the floor up anyway. Alright. So this is going to be shell bead, bicone, shell bead, bicone, and that's all it's going to be until I have enough length to call it good. So anyways, as I was saying, it's been a busy summer for me between work and trying to just spend time with the grandkids and, you know, just life in general. I've been trying to get a lot of crocheting done for upcoming craft fairs for the winter, which I actually do that at work on my 2 nights when I'm there. I actually take my crocheting with me and crochet. Might as well, sitting there all by myself most of the time anyway. But yeah, so that's basically been my summer. I haven't gotten a lot of outside work done. Haven't really tended to my flower garden very well. Oh my goodness, that's going to be so pretty. I think I need a little more. Oops, got it right here, I guess. And let's see how this looks. Could could almost do this whole thing and just bring it into one crimp bead. Now I'm debating whether or not I have too much on this one. Should I take that off? If I do, I need to add. I don't know. I'm going to check as I hang it, I guess. So, the first thing I want to do is take an end. I'll slide these up out of the way so I can work here. Take an end and a clamshell. Drop it down over. Pick up my crimp bead. And give it a smush. I think I'm going to use 2 on it. I do like that double. I do like the double thing there. I just feel a little bit better about it. If I was using the crimp tubes instead of beads, just the traditional crimping method, it probably would be fine to call it 1, but alright, so I'm just going to turn it over, trim the knot off the end, open up a clamshell, drop that down over, pick up a crimp bead, and drop the whole thing down. Let it dangle for a bit just to bring all my beads down. Try not to push down on it, just let it land right where gravity took it and give it a squeeze. Pick up another one. This is a really thick one. And again, get in there and give it a squeeze. Trim that off and close it up. Oh, that is so pretty. That'd be pretty all by itself, just like that, wouldn't it? It's really pretty. Alright, now let's see what we want to do with this one. I'm going to... let me see. I need it to end in the same place. Do I want to take off that one too? I think I do. I think I want to take off. Is that too much? Probably. Yeah, a little too much right there. So maybe I will begin and end with a bead, spacer bead. Think that will do it? I think that will do it. Alright, so I'm just going to do this end first. I'm going to drop on my clamshell, pick up my bead, pick up my second one, trim that down, slide that down. Apologize for all the little scratches on my hand. Bet you can't guess where those came from. And I'm just going to add one more spacer bead to this end. Now let's see what it looks like. I don't know that that's right. Dang, I can't get it right. Well, I think I should have just stuck with what I had. I think that's fine right there. Just what I had on to begin with. I guess I did end at both ends with a spacer bead, so whatever. It is what it is at this point. I think it looks okay now. I will do a count at the end of it for you. Try to get that bead. I think I need my bent ones. This can sometimes be the hardest part of the whole thing. Just crimping this one bead. There. So now we have 2 in there crimped. And close it up. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rhodonite beads. So that means I have 14 spacers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 14 of the little daisy spacers. I think it looks right. I hope so. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I can always adjust it with a small jump ring, maybe. I can use different size jump rings. I could use a 8mm here and a 4mm, and that's what I'll do. Yes, that will work. That will work. Okay, now let's get this one figured out. So again, I'm just going to drop on my clamshell. Whoops, I'm going to make a mess. If I don't, my kitten will. Say hi, everyone. This is Jinx. Little hi, Jinx. Can you say hi? You say hi, buddy? Huh? Will say hi? You gotta go. Nobody wants to watch you cleaning yourself. I know. I know. You'd rather stay right up here with me. I know. He isn't big enough yet to jump up on my desk. So he does this little maze across the chair, across my printer stand, over to my desk. He's pretty cute. And then go pester his sister now, I guess. And then go beat her up and make her cry. Ay, ay, ay. Just like raising my kids. Okay, I think this one is just right where it is. So I'm not going to add or take away anything from this one. Except my clamshell and my crimps. Now they're duking it out. There. All right. I think it's going to work. I think. Kind of wish I had something on the ends of these two here. Maybe a little tiny gold bead or something would have made a difference. I almost think I want to go back and do that. I'm so bad. What have I got? What have I got? I do have a couple more of those little tiny spacer beads. Would that be enough on the end of it to do that? Ooh, I'm gonna try it. Sorry, everybody. I know. Or I've got these. Well, the color's not right. Okay. I am going to restring this strand right here, adding those micro daisy spacer beads to the end of it, same as the ones that came on these here, and I'll be right back. So I think just adding those two little daisy spaces at the end was perfect. It brought my length right up to where I want it. Now I'm just going to attach these to it. Gosh, this is so pretty. Really, really pretty. I really like this bracelet, necklace a lot. Would make a pretty bracelet too. Okay, so at this point, I think what I want to do is just find some small jump rings. I don't want to go too big because I really don't want them to show. I've already got the clamshells showing. That's quite enough. So let's see if we can find some decent looking 4mm in this mess. Of course, these will all have to be trimmed off. But that's okay. And by trimmed off, this is what I'm referring to. See how it is overlapping the other side? That's not going to close correctly. So all I'm going to do is open it up. Go in with the flush side of my cutters. Try to do this so you can see it. Line up the flush side up with the opposite side the best I can and trim it off so that when I close it, it should close correctly. Now I'm going to hook my jump ring here and my link. Leave my bucket before I dump it everywhere. So I never did end up using those larger flower bead caps on this, which I dug out, but that's okay. I can use them on another project. There, that worked really well. I'm gonna have to do that with every one of them. Well, this one doesn't look too bad actually. This one's really not overlapping, so I think I can get away with this one. Pick up the inner strand. I do try to line my clamshells up because they do have a cup. One side has a cup, so I try to put it so that all the cups are facing the same direction, so they almost kind of, you know, like when you would hang stack spoons. You got them so that they're stacked, so that they're cupping each other. It doesn't really matter, I suppose, but it's just me. My weird little brain. Alright, I do need to trim this one just a little bit. If I can get in there. There. I think this outer strand is my favorite, and I think just that by itself would have been absolutely gorgeous as a necklace. I almost wished I had some of those 3-hole spacer bars. I could have held it together with that. Then it really wouldn't have separated. But that's okay. I think it's going to hang beautifully. I hope. I haven't really hung it, so I don't know. We'll find out. I should trim that one just a little bit. It doesn't want to slide in there. If I can get it. Try not to go too far. There we go. Perfect. Alright. This one's really bad. That went flying. Alright. Now. And the last one. No, I'm gonna lose it. Nah, I did. I had a feeling. The kittens have finally settled down and taken a nap, so that's kind of nice. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. So what do you think so far? I hope you guys like it. Hope you're enjoying this tutorial. Please feel free to drop me a comment. I really do appreciate it when you guys leave me a comment. Alright, so let's look at chain. I honestly think that's all I really want to do is just add chain and leave it that simple. This is so much that I don't think I need to beat up the chain and stuff. I think this does all the work for me. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do with it. And I need to find bigger jump rings. That's what I need. Slightly bigger. I really need to invest in some more jump rings. Gold anyway, tons and tons and tons of silver jump rings. Not a whole lot of variety in my gold. Colors don't really match, but the size is pretty good, so I'm going with it. Alright, so I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to put on one side, put it around my neck, see where it lays, and figure it out from there. So let's get this one on. Look at this huge gob of chain that I'm going to have to hold on to. Oops, I'm dropping everything. Alright, so this is about the length of chain I want. Let's see if I can get it opened so I don't have to cut it. This is stainless steel chain, so cutting it with my cutters would destroy them. Not that they're much good anyway, but that's okay. So I'm going to fold this in half. Let's see if I can find something to put through it. Hold it in place for me. And today I'm not so lucky with their bead. Oh, maybe I am. Maybe that is an odd one right there. It is. Look at that. It's the little things that make me happy. Let's just take out that odd link. There we go. And attach this side over here. I'm going to trim this just a smidge. I know I realize I'm off camera, but I'm just trimming a little piece off my jump ring. I don't think any of my golds here match each other very well, but definitely this chain does not. It's the problem with golds. It's too much variety. Oops, it still didn't close quite right. There we go. And this is what we've got. Get that piece unhooked. There we go. For some reason that one doesn't want to lay flat right now, but it was a second ago. So this is what we have. Now I'm just going to add a toggle to the top and call it good. And do I want to use a toggle? Or do I want to use a lobster clasp? I think I'll go with the lobster clasp actually. And a bigger jump ring. Oh, that one right there looks really good. And a jump ring to attach my lobster. I know the ones we got in our box came with jump rings already on them, but I have already used all those. So how did you guys love the Coriana chain this month? I thought it was great. I love working with Coriana chain. I don't do a lot with it. I did make a tutorial one time using Coriana chain, and people were not pleased because I put too many beads on the Coriana chain and it kind of hid the Coriana chain, but oh well. That's okay. It was my choice. It was my design. I can do what I want. The piece stuck right to it. See it? Piece I just trimmed off. Never feel bad about your design choices. They're your choices. They are your design. if that's the way you want it to look. And you have more than the right to design in any way you want to design. Okay, there it is. What do you guys think? All right, I'm going to set it aside and going to pause for 1 minute because I need to dig out a few other things, and then we're going to try to make a bracelet to go with it. Okay, so this is what I think I want to do. I think I'm just going to make a simple one strand, kind of mimicking this first row by just alternating between these beads and the little gold spacer beads. I want to have this dangle off the end of it with a toggle, and I think I do want to do maybe some type of a little pearl dangle as well, just to bring in that pearl piece. So I think that's the plan. Trying to keep it somewhat simple because we're already at 50 minutes, so I don't want to do anything that's going to take tons and tons of time. I'm going to use bead string and wire. I'm going to knock my containers all over the place. I am just going to alternate between these beads here. I kind of think I might want to do an asymmetrical. I'm not quite 100% sure yet, so I still may change my mind here. Although I think this is so pretty. I'm hoping these little gold spacer beads will mimic the bail bead well. I think it does. I think that's going to be really pretty. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay with this, make it a full round strand of this. Oh, those ones are stuck together. Just keep it simple. Sometimes simple is all you need for a really pretty piece of jewelry. So I want to bead this up to about 6 inches of beading. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beads to make about 3 inches. So about 14 beads. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, whoop, 12, 13, and 14. Alright, now this is the broken bead that I already had wrapped. I am going to put it on here as a dangle. I used the other one that came in the, well, I didn't use it yet, but I have it set aside for another project. So I'm just going to use this one with the broken end off in it for now for my dangle. I'll replace it later once I pick up another one. So that went just about 6 inches right there with 14 beads. And I think that's just perfect. I generally like to make my bracelets come out at about 7.5 inches. Should I go with one more? I think I'm going to go with 14. Maybe I should go with 16 because I don't think my toggle is going to give me that much. Decisions. All right, I'm going to add 16. I'm going to do 16 beads. Bring it up to closer to 7. And that will make my toggle. Give it another 1/2 inch. I think. Yeah, so we're right at 7. If I wrap it around my arm, what do I got? See, right around my arm, it's already big. Yeah, I'm gonna take one of them at least off. There. So that's 15 beads. That's probably good. 15 beads is gonna be good. That's where I'm gonna stay. I don't want it so tight that it squeezes my wrist, but I don't want it flopping all over the place either. Of course, you're going to have to adjust yours to what size you need. And that's exactly where you will do it. It's just in how many beads you want to put on it. And also what size you're using for a spacer bead. These are a 4mm spacer bead. That's the beauty of these simple strung things. You can just adjust them to whatever you need very, very easily. There's nothing particularly mathematical about it. Alright, get in there. 1 and 2. I'll probably get it done and wish I had stayed with the 14. But it's easier to take a bead off your bead and string than it is to add to it once it's put together. Alright, so there's this. Again, I need a couple little tiny jump rings. I don't know why I don't just keep them out. And it's not even the right container. So we do have a real pretty earring started to go. Well, I don't know if it'll go with this one or not, but it does have the moonstone. I do want to do a tutorial on making this earring. So I hope you guys join me for that one. It will not be on today's because this is going to be enough for today. I will be making that one very soon. I have a couple of different projects. Actually, I probably will be making the tutorial today. I need to get 3 tutorials done today just so that I won't have to worry about trying to get them done all week. But when it gets released, will be throughout the week. Because it just never seems to be enough time in my days anymore. This clasp is a little bit on the dark side with the gold compared to my beads and my clamshells. This is more of an antique gold, but that's okay. We will definitely work with it. So there's the bracelet so far. Now I just want to add a little dangle here with a jump ring. And again, this was wired up the exact same way I wired it up showing you in the necklace. I think I'm going to add it right to this jump ring right here. And I think for the other one, I want to make it look like one of those ones that dangles from the front of the necklace as well. Fortunately, I did discover I had a couple more of those mini daisy spacers. So again, we're just going to do the same. What did I do with my round nose pliers? We're going to do the same thing we did before. And I can always open that jump ring up to attach it, so I'm just going to go right ahead and wire wrap it. Try to get in there and trim it off, but again, I think I set down my good cutters and picked up my bad ones because they're exactly the same. I should just separate them. I try to keep my bad ones out for when Lily's here so she's not destroying my good ones. There. And I think I'm going to give it its own little jump ring. And also hang this from that same one that the other one's hanging from. The one that is holding my ring portion of my toggle to my bracelet is what I'm hooking both of these to. Try and get a good close on that. And there it is. Try to get some of this mess out of the way. So there's the bracelet, and there's the necklace. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I am definitely over an hour, so I guess we will not be making earrings today. Even a simple pair would take too long, I think. So there is that for now. Let me try this on super quick here, just to give you guys a look at it. And then I will put everything on the bust. God, I'm so bad at putting bracelets on myself. Even with a toggle. Whoop, I had it. Dang it. Oh, I think I've got it. I do. So yeah, I think it came out really nice. I think it looks really pretty. I got the little danglies here, right next to my toggle. And yeah, I like it. I think it looks very, very pretty. So I'm going to undo it again. Try to undo it. And I'll be right back with it on the bust. And here is the finished necklace. I think I may still need to do just a little bit of adjusting because my row of shell pearls isn't quite touching like the other two are. A little bit of a gap in between. I might be able to adjust that with just adding another size up jump ring to each end and bring it back into place. But essentially this is the necklace, and the bracelet, and I am very happy with how it came out. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate it. And again, like I said, please, please, please feel free to drop me a comment. I really do read every comment that I get and answer them, and I love hearing from you guys. And honestly, it does help my page grow. So, yeah. Thank you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Love y'all. Bye.